the Accelerated Bladder Cleanse. You are watching this video because you might have UTIs or bladder infections that are recurring. Well, what is going on? Most of the time, this is from the bacteria E. coli that normally resides in the intestines, but enters the urinary tract and multiplies and then goes into the bladder. And did you know that urinary tract infections are the second most common infection behind the respiratory infection? So what symptoms are you looking for? Frequent urination, burning sensation when you are urinating, urgency to pee, a cloudy or bloody urine, strong odor, lower abdominal discomfort, pelvic pressure, fatigue, and just generally not feeling well. And so it's important to recognize these symptoms. But this is the problem, is when people get them, they run to their doctor and they get on antibiotics. So while those can work just a little bit, the strong bugs crawl up the urinary tract higher. So the antibiotics kill the weaker bugs, the stronger ones go up. That's why you keep getting more and more infections when you do the antibiotics. And this has become because of antibiotics resistance. So over time, the bacteria is going to develop resistance to the antibiotics, and then it's going to actually cause bladder infections, then possibly kidney infections. So something really to think about. We've got to get you off that cycle. So how do you eliminate bladder infections effectively and naturally? And that's why I've come up with the Accelerated Bladder Cleanse. It's designed to do so, and then to also prevent future conditions and reduce systemic inflammation throughout the body. Also helps with alleviating water retention. The number one supplement, which is helping not just bladder infections, but all infections, helps devitalize foreign pathogens, including viral, bacterial, fungal, parasites, and what's going on in the urinary tract. So that is really important. It's great for your kids as well. Great for everyone in the family to be on, just for preventative and boosting the immune system. The Accelerated Colloidal Silver now is programmed with frequencies to clear emotional and physical shock from the body, which just is a plus. Improve the health of the thymus, which is your immune system. Improve lung function, but then devitalize viruses and bacteria, including the ones that cause UTIs. So that is the first supplement. You can take that 2 to 3 teaspoons 4 to 7 times a day. Keep in your mouth for at least a minute and then swallow. You can also use it topically for skin irritations, burns, sinuses, sinus infections, ear infections, eye infections, acne, rashes. You can also nebulize it for lung issues. You can't overdose, which is fantastic. The second supplement is the Accelerated Iodine. This is for everything, not just bladder and UTIs issues, but iodine has been known to be antiviral and antifungal. It's antibacterial, all microbial, anti-inflammatory. So it's going to help with the inflammation and the pain as well. And it also helps with your thyroid and kicking out all the toxins that are all in 100 trillion cells of your body. So the iodine is super important. It is going after those bacteria that are causing the UTIs. What you want to do with this is you're going to start slow, and you're going to start with 3 drops in water. It's very strong, and take that 3 times a day. Increase that dose by 1 drop per dose per day until you get to 25 drops 3 times a day. Accelerating is the only monoatomic iodine that is radiation free and scalar charged to help neutralize radiation in the body. It's kicking out all the toxins. A lot of these toxins are actually causing the UTIs by creating an environment where there's no healthy good bacteria to fight the bad bacteria. Remember, we're full of bacteria. We just want the good guys to be able to balance out the bad guys. And when we get infections like UTIs, the bad guys have overtaken the good guys, whether it's from our diet, processed foods, antibiotics, or other things. That's why the accelerated iodine is key to keep the body healthy and also to prevent future issues. Now, next is the May clearing. This is a Chinese herbal supplement designed to treat UTIs or inflammation accompanied by frequent and painful urination. It relieves factors related to bladder stones, kidney infections, pain or difficult urination, pelvic inflammatory disease, prostate issues, cystitis, vaginitis. It's best to be taken with the accelerated silver. And then you can also add in D-mannose, and D-mannose is something you can get at the natural food store or even on Amazon. I think I never like buying supplements on Amazon because you just don't know about quality control, but D-mannose is something that can help as well. So you want to take 3 capsules 3 times a day in between meals for the time. Finish that first bottle and do this at the first sign of infection. Now, when you finish that first bottle, then you have the clearing. And this supplement is really important, especially for those of you who have recurring infections and have been on the antibiotics regimen for a while. So clearing is a supplement that helps with chronic bladder infections, vaginal or urethral irritation and inflammation. It also helps with edema. So that's great. But when you are finished with the first supplement, you then start taking the clearing, and it's best to take clearing continuously for that prevention, along with the iodine, the accelerated, and the silver. And you'll do 3 capsules 2 times a day. Now, what is not in the bladder cleanse, but I recommend adding, is the Megaspore Biotic. This is just going to help with your overall gut bacteria and microbiome and keep it in a good place. Also, usually kidney issues, bladder issues are due to some sort of hydration issue, dehydration, too much sugar. Get the sugar, the processed foods out of your diet, but you can also add in the accelerated ancient salt. So those 2 things are really helpful. You can always use the accelerated cellular detox powder. It soaks up the toxins that you're kicking out as you're detoxing as well. So hopefully that's helpful. Always let me know if I can answer any of your questions, and make sure you join the Telegram group coaching to get your answers there as well, and to learn more on a daily basis.